Cintas. Keep your team protected, prepared, and looking great. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Alabama Crimson Tide, 28-8 on the year, the 2 seed in the East. And it looks this way. The lone freshman in the starting lineup, LeBaron Philon, out of Mobile, Alabama, 6'4", 177, averaging 10.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, and almost 4 assists per game. He is joined in the backcourt by Chris Youngblood, playing very well in this tournament. Grad student transfer from South Florida out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, back home again. 6'4", 223, averages 10 points and a couple of boards. And also in the backcourt, Mark Sears. He was amazing the other night. Grad student out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama, 19 points, 3 boards, and better than 5 assists per ball game. Up front, the forward is Grant Nelson, grad student out of Devils Lake, North Dakota, 6'11", 230. He averages 11.5 and 7.5. And Clifford Amori, grad student, the big man in the middle, 8.6 rebounds per game at 6'11", 250 out of Benin City in Nigeria. The head coach is Nate Oates in his 6th season, trying to get back to the Final Four for the 2nd straight year. Duke Blue Devils, 34-3 on the year. They are led by Tyrese Proctor, junior, 6'6", 183 out of Sydney, Australia, averaging 12 points per game and 3 rebounds and a couple of assists. Con Knippel, tremendous freshman out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 6'7", 217, 14 points per game, 4 boards, and nearly 3 assists. And, of course, Cooper Flagg, freshman, 6'9", 205 out of Newport, Maine. He does it all, averaging 19 points per game. Come on. Maluach is in the middle, freshman out of South Sudan, 8.5 points, 6.5 boards per game. And Sion James loved the ball in his hands a lot. Grad transfer from Tulane, 6'6", 220, averaging 8.5 points and 4 rebounds. John Shire, in his 3rd year as the head coach, the former Duke Blue Devil player and assistant coach, trying to get to his first Final Four as a head coach. It's time now for the opening tip, sponsored by AutoZone. What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? They offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone, AutoZone. The officials are Terry Oglesby, Roger Ayers, and Greg Nixon. For the first time in this tournament, Alabama goes to the dark jerseys, the traveling crimson, with the white numerals and lettering across the front. Duke in their home whites with that royal blue 4-letter name across the front and the blue numerals as well. Maluach and Amori set to tip things off. The trip to the Final Four on the line, and the tip is controlled by Duke. Blue Devils go from our left to our right to begin the ball game. Sion James running the point. That's it off into the hands of Flagg. Flagg back to the top, Proctor. Proctor trying to find a screen, not there. Back to Flagg, just right at the top of the circle. He's going to try the three-pointer, and he got it. Nobody open, so he drilled the 3 on his first look of the night.
Grant Nelson, defending on that right wing, was looking and anticipating in a wrong fashion a ball screen coming, lost sight, and that's an easy 3-point look to open the game for Flagg.
It was wide open. Back the other way now for Alabama. Philon goes to the corner on the right side. Sears driving, pull up, kick back. On the right, Philon directing some traffic. Finds Nelson, then takes the return pass. Into the lane with the dribble. Dishes it off. Amori underneath the basket. 3 left to shoot. They got to let it go. They get it out to Sears. His bomb doesn't hit the rim. And that's going to be a shot clock violation and a turnover for Alabama on their first possession.
Alabama feeling the electricity of the place, out of sorts in their first possession, handed to Amori on the dunker position with Maluach sturdy defensively, and he throws a grenade to Sears with the shot clock winding down. Takes a Hail Mary, doesn't draw iron.
Here's James up top for Duke. Driving down right of the lane. Back in through the lane. Nothing there. Back to the top again to Flagg. Cooper Flagg, right side. Crossover dribble. Spins down toward the lane. Nobody open. Nothing there. And he double dribbled. He had nowhere to go with the ball. Credit Grant Nelson for standing tall down on the block. And there is a Duke turnover. They, as a team, averaging fewer than 6 turnovers in the NCAA tournament. The fewest by any team through the Sweet 16 round.
Credit to Nelson defending in isolation on that right wing. Couple probing dribbles, Flagg attempting to get to the rim. Nelson made him meet a chest, and then the equivalent of throwing in the towel after picking up his dribble, knew he's going to violate, but just double dribbled because he had no solution.
Youngblood holds up on top, gets it into the hands of Nelson. It's flicked away by Cooper Flagg, but Alabama regains possession. Very deliberate pace so far for the Crimson Tide. Sears throws to the top. Nelson thought about a three. Now driving. Alley-oop. Tipped home by Omori. Was supposed to be a dunk. It was too high, but Omori adjusted. 3-2. Duke on top here. Opening 2 minutes. Now a drive inside and great position for Knipple. The freshman banks it home. 5-2. Duke on top. And they are coming up and defending against Alabama. Omori driving, throws a dunk off the back iron. It's no good.
That caught everybody off guard. Caught at the right elbow and immediately drove it across the lane and tried to flush.
Knipple, a spinning shot right of the lane. No good, but the rebound from Malawaj. Now, there you go. Back out to Knipple, and he hits a three. It's an 8-2 Duke run to begin the ball game. Back down at the other end, Phylon drains a three and stops the Duke run right from the top of the circle.
Duke elects to go under the ball screen. LeBaron Phylon has a clean look from the top of the key beyond the arc. Punishing.
8-5, Duke by 3, 17-15 to go here in the first half. Flag calmly holding the ball between the circles, finds Proctor, wide open three. Look out. Maybe he's getting the stroke back again. They nail another three. 11-5. Duke has hit all three of their shots from beyond the arc, and now Proctor with a steal and a run out. Finger roll laying is good. It's 13-5 Blue Devils.
Worth noting, Cooper Flagg was defending Mark Sears, and the link bothersome for the pick six.
Sears throwing through far side. Phylon finds the corner. Nelson for three. Shot no good. Long rebound tipped out. Saved back in beautifully by Knipple. He was flying out of bounds and saved it in. Duke's got the possession. 8-point lead in the basketball. James knifing in from the right wing into the lane. Throws back out far side for Flagg. Now up top, it's Proctor. Proctor with the dribble. Into the corner on the left side for James. Spins into the lane. Shot in traffic, blocked away over the end line. It'll stay Duke's way as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships. Seven left to shoot for the Blue Devils as they inbound from the baseline far side. They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots, 3 of them three-pointers. It's in for Flagg. He's driving and shot. No good. It tickled the rim and fell away. Youngblood the rebound. Here come the Crimson Tide trying to run, but they're 2 on 3, and Knipple got a steal. Just took it right away from Phylon. Third turnover for Alabama. And back the other way, a drive to the hoop by James. He is fouled. Diabate is going to get called for the personal.
Pat Knipple impacting this game by offering his body up to the basketball. Higher powers, diving and winning every 50-50 in the first 4 minutes.
Right now, Duke is winning everything that's happening on the court. Timeout, sponsored by Rocket. Own the dream. It's Duke 13, Alabama 5, with 15:59 to go in the first half. For the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Did you know? VA home loans are a key to home ownership for those who served.
I would tell anybody who is interested in getting a VA loan to just do it.
For me, the best thing about the VA loan was the simplicity of it. I was expecting, government paperwork. It was going to go on forever, and it just wasn't.
Since the down payment for a VA loan is minimal, we were able to purchase this home and then use the money that we were going to use as a down to actually fix up the home.
And the only way we could do that was because the nest egg that we had saved for the down payment, we didn't have to use because we went the VA route.
This is a wonderful benefit that veterans can take advantage of.
In the military, we make a lot of sacrifices. We're away from our family a lot. And with the VA loan, it's a way that it makes it easier for us to get a home.
To learn more about VA home loans, visit va.gov/home loans.
My life was challenging from the beginning.
Daisy spent most of her life in and out of foster care.
It's always in the back of your mind. When am I going to have to move again?
Daisy finally has the safe, permanent home she deserves, thanks to the work of the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption. which is committed to finding forever families for the longest waiting children in foster care. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
At Movember, we're best known for the mustache. Well, here's the thing. Men's health deserves support year-round, which is why we're more than a month, more than mustaches. All year round, we're doing more. We're delivering more research, more treatments, doing more to help men live happier, healthier, longer lives. But we need your support, because the more we can do, the more fathers, brothers, partners, sons we can protect. Movember, more than a month. Learn more at Movember.com.
Furnished by Movember. Scott Graham, Jordan Cornette here at our Granger broadcast position in Newark. Winning teams know the value of a good sixth man. Count on Granger to give your business a boost off the bench. Call or click Granger.com for over 1 million industrial-grade supplies. Just over 4 minutes in, Duke a 13-5 lead. Duke has won the last 7 times they faced Alabama, dating back to 1956. This is the first time they've ever met in the NCAA tournament. And Jordan, you take a look at what it's been so far, and I'm guessing maybe Alabama gets a little bit of a feel of what BYU was feeling like in the first half the other night.
Absolutely. I think it was a great John Wood who said, play fast but don't hurry. This Duke team's playing fast, and they are playing beautiful basketball, unbothered by the pace. Alabama is hurried right now. Alabama needs to settle down a little bit, play their game. Duke's level of speed and pace has got Alabama out of sorts in the first few minutes.
Sion James hits the first free throw. He goes at 81% on the year. A correction, by the way, the foul was not on Diabate. It was on Grant Nelson, his first, and the first foul called in the game. James' second free throw is up. That one's good. 15-5. It's already a double-digit lead. James checks out of the ball game, and Caleb Foster comes in for Duke. Jaron Stevenson is also checked in at the timeout for Alabama, as has Aiden Holloway. Diabate holding head of the circle with the dribble down left side, kicks back out, up to the top. Three-point jumper is good. Aiden Sherrill, the freshman, nails it and gets his team back within 7.
Malawatch completely disinterested in defending beyond the arc at the top of the key. Sherrill makes him pay.
Here's Flag, left side foul line extended. Throws for Malawatch, and it's off his fingertips and out of bounds. Cooper Flag says that's on me. And it's my fault where the pass was. Even that long reach of the 7-footer couldn't haul the pass in.
But it makes it even more clear. Duke is trying to move the basketball, not allowing it to stick so they can explore gaps.
Sears with the basketball across half court. Dumps it back behind. Sherrill again. Got another one. Back-to-back threes for Aiden Sherrill, who's only a 32% shooter from beyond the arc. 15-11. The Duke lead down to 4. Knippel working on the near side. Gets it to the big man. Malawatch holding head of the circle. Flips back behind for Flag. Left-hand dribble on the left side. Spins and fadeaway. No good. Rebound down. Malawatch grabbed it, but it's taken away by Diabate. He was 1 on 3, so he waits for help to arrive. Now with the return pass, his three-pointer, no good. And the rebound down to Caleb Foster for the Blue Devils. Quickly down the floor. Dump it off for Flag, and Flag lays it home.
Foster did a sublime job of locating the block out, garnering the loose ball, and a one-man fast break to the deliver to Flag for the layup.
17-11, Duke by 6. Frenetic pace here early. Sherrill on top. They left him alone again. He'll try it again, and the shot is no good. But Diabate got the offensive rebound. Put the putback up on the rim. It didn't go, but he was fouled on the play. And the Duke foul will be on Cooper Flag. His first.
Very clear. Sherrill is going to challenge Malawatch to come out and defend from the three-point line. Those looks are going to be presented all evening long. But credit to Diabate doing the work on the backboard to not only gather it, but go back up with a mission of earning a whistle, and he does.
Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Mo Diabate, great first 2 games in Cleveland. Didn't have to do much the other night as he hits in the first free throw. He only had 1.5 rebounds. Didn't take a shot from the floor. However, in the previous 5 games, he was 22 for 26. This young man was shooting the basketball. He was doing a little bit of everything in Cleveland. 28 points and 15 boards in the first 2 games against Robert Morris and New Mexico. Left-hander out of Queens, New York, hitting on the first. Second free throw on the way, and that was good.
Scott, it truly speaks to just how dynamic their offense is. It can be anybody that goes off for one of those crazy offensive, the explosive evenings.
Duke 17, Alabama 13. 14 minutes to go here in the first half. Gungba's now in the ballgame as the big man for Duke, holding at the top of the circle. Backdoor cut and a jam for Isaiah Evans. They lost him, and he came wide open to expand the Duke lead to 6.
Defense was ball watching. Evans just cut right in front of the team from that left wing to the top.
Holloway with the dribble arrive underneath the basket, throws back to the outside. Tylon has it back, gets it to Holloway, driving in the lane, little floater is good. He saw the big men coming and let go of it.
Defense cheated to get in the passing lane. Holloway had them on their heels. Catch it, get into the lane, float game on point.
19-15, 4-point Duke lead. Blue Devils in the half court now. Gungba hands off for Proctor. Far side, 12-footer is good. Red hot shooter who was not here on Thursday night. He's already got 7 points.
Drop coverage in the ball screen defensively, allowed for a rhythm bounce from the left wing. Mid-range, Proctor gets it to go.
Alabama now in the forecourt. Stevenson, and now the pass inside. Diabate traveled. Holloway threw a pass in, and Diabate shuffled his feet as he tried to gather going up, and that's already 4 turnovers on the Crimson Tide.
There was a sound cut right through the teeth of that painted area. Diabate caught it at point-blank range, and paralysis by analysis with the basketball. Didn't know if he wanted to shoot a floater, take a power dribble, and get further to the rim, but in doing so, that indecision generated the traveling violation.
First meeting of teams coming off 100-point games each since Duke and Indiana in the 92 Final Four. We're on that pace right now. Duke firing, shot no good for Evans from the left side. And the rebound down for Alabama. Driving, shot, Philon, no good, but he was fouled by Gumba. And LeBaron Philon's going to go to the free throw line with Gumba getting called for his first. Be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio with the NCAA Experience official ticket and hospitality packages. Official NCAA hospitality includes live entertainment, upscale food stations and beverages, appearances by NCAA legends, and much more. To be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio, visit ncaa.com/VIP. Foul was not a shooting foul. They're taking it out from the side. Alabama down by 6. Holloway takes the inbound into the lane on the run. Shot high off the glass, no good. Flag, the weak side rebound for Duke and a quick outlet. Here comes Foster driving down the floor. His shot blocked away. Omori timed it perfectly and blocked it away. Alabama down with the basketball. Holloway stepping back outside the arc, gets it to Philon, and now Omori handing it back to Philon on the left baseline. Spinning, nobody home. Back out to Holloway. He shovels to the top for Philon. Philon driving behind the back dribble, and the jumper up, no good. Another rebound for Cooper Flagg. Flagg driving, kicking, and threw it away. Philon stole it. He gets the return pass. Driving, layup is good. Philon making it happen. Gets Alabama back within 4.
Scott, first time I've seen it so far in this tournament. Cooper Flagg is gassed. Cooper Flagg defending the smallest guards of Alabama has him a little bit tired, and that's why you're seeing these unforced errors. Wholesale line changes coming.
However, another backdoor cut, and Gungba another perfect bounce pass. Foster lays it home, 23-17. Back the other way, Philon, alley-oop, catch, and a foul. How about that? Omori just got fouled by Gungba. That is going to be a foul on the big man, his first. Keep an eye on that. Duke got into foul trouble with their big men here the other night. Late in the ball game, they were playing Malawach with 4 fouls as that game closed out. This foul is going to bring us to a timeout on the floor. We've got 11-17 to go here in a very, very quickly paced first half. It's Duke 23, Alabama 17. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/score. Ethos.com/score.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVP tickets.
Texas was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service, real-time updates only on iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
To win in basketball takes a can-do spirit. So shave with Barbasol and inspire your team. Raise that red, white, and blue can and yell, "We can do this." If it doesn't work, you still got a great shave. Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
23-17 Duke, 11-17 left to go here in the first half. Let's check each team's tournament resume, sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com empowers you to score big in your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. Monster.com provides great coaching and millions of job openings. Slam dunk with Monster.com today. Now for Alabama, team leading the nation in scoring, offense, and rebounding. At 25 wins, pretty clearly they were one of the superior teams, came in as a number 2 seed. Duke, well, they got an automatic bid because they won the ACC tournament, but this is a team that has put together 34 wins this year. This is the first time they've had 33 or more wins since the 2014-15 season. By the way, that's the last time they won the NCAA tournament.
Two very good teams. Two very good teams operating at a high level. How about offensively? 5 assists on 6 made field goals for Bama, 6 assists, 9 made field goals for Duke. The ball is not sticking in this contest.
Cliff Amore hits on the first free throw. By the way, Cooper Flagg is sitting, as you pointed out, coming out of the timeout. He looked gassed. Mark Sears, who was sitting through the entire of the last sequence, now back in the game for Alabama. Second free throw rattles, but it falls. Amore's going to come out. Sherrill will come back in. 4-point game. Duke 23, Alabama 19. The winner goes to the Final Four. Bonawatch holding head of the circle. Gets to Knipple. Driving. Alley-oop. Jammed home by the big man. Bonawatch dove straight down the lane. A perfect pass and a 6-point Duke lead. Here's Holloway for Alabama. Big man coming out on him. Got a mismatch somewhere. Hand off to Sears. Sears throws back behind. Sherrill thought about the 3. Bonawatch closed this time. Back out to Youngblood. His 3-pointer no good. Big time rebound. Nelson couldn't get the follow to fall.
Nelson grabbed that rebound but was fading back on his heels off the rebound momentum. And rather than gather playoff 2, he tries to take a half-hearted attempt at a layup, but it's no good.
Duke trying to take advantage now. James back in the game, driving down right side of the lane, banks it home. It's 27-19 Duke.
Sion James bully ball for that right wing, just tries it right into the chest of Howell.
Sherrill, right side 3-pointer, no good. Big time rebound by Youngblood, throws back out. Holloway's 3, no good. Another fight for the rebound, and with a pair of hands on it, I believe they're calling held ball. And the possession arrow belongs to Alabama.
How about the fight from this Alabama group on the offensive backboard? They certainly have cooled down from beyond the arc. Much different start than what we saw versus BYU 2 sleeps ago. They're giving their offense second chance by battling on the glass.
4 offensive rebounds so far. Off the inbound, Sherrill hands off for, once again, that's Phylon in the lane. Back out to Sears, just 1 shot so far. Tries to wrap around the pass, and it's knocked away as he tried to throw it through the lane. The 5th Alabama turnover.
Credit Duke's defense being in rotations on the dribble drive from Sears. He had nowhere to go. Ultimately threw it away.
Off the stolen pass, here's James, head of the circle. 2 men on him. Runs around the screen, right side of the lane, looking for the corner. Got it there. Knippel's 3 is good. 7-0 run for Duke. They lead it by 11.
Duke's touching the paint with their guards and spraying it to shooters.
Alabama just trying to keep up right now with this pace that Duke is setting. Phylon, fake it 3 from the left side. Driving into the lane. Kicks to the left corner. And now Nelson throws back to the top to Sears. Sears driving into the lane. His shot swatted away. Malawat sends it 2 rows back over the baseline. It'll stay Alabama's way with 5 left to shoot.
Alabama in the possession had done a good job of extending their offense beyond the arc, pulling Malawat out, but then they elected to drive it back in. He's able to settle and protect the rim, and he volleyball blocks that dribble drive.
With 5 seconds left to shoot, Alabama struggles to get it in. Now Sears has it. Sears, cross court, Youngblood, shot fake, steps into a 3. He got it. Big shot for Chris Youngblood, who's hitting 48% from three-point land in the previous 4 games. 30-22, 8-point ball game. Duke's hit their last 4 shots. Knippel driving into the lane, little floater, no good. Rebound for Nelson. Here comes Alabama, running out. It's Youngblood, left side, and he is fouled by Gillis. Mason Gillis called for the foul on the drive as Youngblood was aggressively taking it to the hole. That is going to be number 1 on Mason Gillis. Robinhood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at Robinhood.com/gold.
Scott, I heard aggressive, I heard boost, and those 2 words beautifully illustrate or tell the story of what happened in that sequence. Bama grabs the rebound, and they go full head of steam to try and get to that rim on a drive.
Officials are double-checking something. Is it who the foul is on?
I believe the foul was, yeah.
They called it on Knippel?
Which it would have been on that baseline drive from Youngblood.
Okay. Left side, Phylon tries a 3 from the wing. It's no good. Rebound down to the floor and picked up by Proctor. Oh, the foul is on Gillis, like I originally said. Just inside half court. Proctor, left side, Knippel, 3-pointer, no good. Uncontested rebound for Grant Nelson. Here comes Alabama, trailing by 8. They've been running uphill this entire first half. Nelson holds outside, left to the top of the circle. Off the dribble, he hands it off to Sears. Sears driving into the lane. Knippel got a hand on the basketball. Sears was trying to sell foul. The official said, nope, held ball. And the possession arrow is pointed in the other direction. That's going to bring us to a timeout on the floor with 7:57 to go in the first half. Duke has been the aggressor. They lead it 30-22. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Spring has sprung, and so have the deals at Kohl's Spring Savings Event. I just got a comfy tee for just $7.99, a cute swimsuit for $19.99, 40% off patio furniture for my backyard, and so much more. So don't wait. These deals are too good to miss. Hurry over to Kohl's to save big on warm weather essentials during their Spring Savings Event today. Select styles. Offers end March 30th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind zero-turn and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
Jason Horwitz, Nick Baugh, back with you in our studios. It's time now for a tournament bracket update sponsored by Green Gobbler. Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. It's bleach-free, it's safe for your pipes, and it works. Green Gobbler, let the gobbler get it. The Gators got it earlier. Sorry, too much alliteration. Gators got it earlier, 84-79. Came back from 9 down in the final 3 minutes to knock off Texas Tech and reach the Final Four for the first time in 11 years. They will get either Auburn or Michigan State tomorrow. Houston or Tennessee awaits the winner of this Duke-Alabama game. And, you know, the easy analysis so far, Nick Bond, we forget about this because of Cooper Flagg and the offense. Duke has a top 5 defensive efficiency team all year as well.
100%, and they are keyed in and locked in on Mark Sears, not making any mistakes on him in transition and in ball screen situations. Sears 0 for 2 from the floor and has not scored. But the big thing to me right now is Duke is keeping Alabama out of transition because they're scoring the ball. They're shooting 60% from the floor. The best way to help your transition defense is to run good offense so you can get your defense set. That's what's happening.
Alabama just 2 points in the fast break. Back to Scott Graham, Jordan Cornette at Prudential Center.
Thanks, guys. We've got 7:57 to go here first half. And Duke and Alabama have each put 20 shots up here in this first half. Alabama just 7 for 20, though, from the floor at 35%. Duke has hit 12 of them. And Cooper Flagg is back in now as Duke holds a 30-22 lead. Duke with the basketball, attacking on our right. Catch and shoot for Proctor. Three-pointer, missed badly. Long rebound out for Philon. Wants to run. He's 3-on-3. Gets it to Sears. A three-pointer. That missed badly. It chipped the front pane of the rim. And the rebound taken down by Duke. Knipple. Back the other way. Spins in the lane. His shot is good. And the foul. He's just bigger and stronger than Philon, and use that to his advantage for a chance at a three-point play.
Scott, that's absolutely it. Knipple's eyes light up when he saw a slightest of frame Philon, a freshman defending him, but one freshman infinitely stronger than the other. He lowers that left shoulder, creates enough space, and then get a clean look at the cup to lay it in. Play through the desperate attempt to foul from Philon. Play through the contact and finish.
He's got it by 3 inches and 40 pounds.
Knipple's such a thick, stout guard, and you don't catch it on television. But when you see him in person, much like Cooper Flagg's length, it wows you.
He's almost automatic from the line. He hit on the free throw, and the lead is 11 again for Duke. 7:18 to go first half. Here is Holloway with the dribble, working on Flagg. Get it to Nelson up on top. Wanted the backdoor cut. It's not there. Nelson keeps the dribble. Now hands for Philon up on top. Philon driving into the lane. Kicks back out to Youngblood. Youngblood to the corner. Nelson got to let it go. He does. Got it on the rim, but that's it. And another rebound for Cooper Flagg. Two bodies hit the floor at the other end. They're playing 4-on-4 at this end. Flagg driving, spins into the lane, banks it home, and Alabama's going to call for a timeout as Duke now has their largest lead of the game.
Matchups just continually favoring Duke on the offensive side of things. In transition, Cooper Flagg gets this thing and powers up. Another smallish guard trying to stop him, and it's Philon they're picking on once again.
6:46 left first half. Duke 35, Alabama 22. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy.
Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase a single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
You can listen to the live stream of every remaining game of both the men's and women's tournaments on the Westwood One Sports app and WestwoodOneSports.com. Sponsored by Masa Chips. Classic tortilla chips fried in 100% grass-fed beef tallow. No seed oils, no fake ingredients, just real crunch. Code MM30 gets you 30% off your first order at MasaChips.com. Right now, Alabama's won for their last 9 from the floor, and Duke is threatening to run away with this game. 6:46 to go first half. Biggest lead of the night for the Blue Devils. They're up 35-22.
So, partner, let's quickly talk Duke's game plan defensively and why it's working masterfully right now. Running Alabama up the three-point line, daring them to try to get to the rim to meet elite length. Well, they don't want to do that, so they're settling for mid-range, low percentage opportunities. That favors Duke. Meanwhile, offensively for Duke, exploiting one-on-one matchups that benefit them, and they're having great success.
Back the other way. Diabate has his shot blocked from behind by guess who? Cooper Flagg, who sends it over the sideline.
And that's what happens when you get all the way to the rim. Again, these guards, this wing Diabate, you can't finish over 7-footers and 6'9" bouncy wings. It's going to be a challenge all night long.
4 of Alabama's 5 starters are on the bench out of the timeout. Interesting choice down 13. Diabate with the basketball, head of the circle. Driving on Flagg, his shot is up, it's no good. It got bothered by the size again, and the rebound knocked out of bounds. They say it last touched Diabate, and it's going back the other way to Duke.
Duke is too big. Diabate, again, tries to challenge by getting all the way to the rim. Cooper Flagg ushers him to the water, and right there it's the 7'2" Malawatch to just reject it and give it back to Duke going the other way.
Bama now 1 for their last 11 from the floor. Duke trying to expand the lead, but Knipple overthrew a pass to Malawatch. And this Duke team that's averaging 5.7 turnovers in the tournament so far now has 5 here in the first half. Doesn't matter, though. They've got a 13-point lead. Alabama trying to work their way back in before halftime. It's Holloway on the outside. Dump it down to the corner. That's Stevenson. Three-pointer from the right is no good. Rebound comes down for Flagg. He slided ahead for James. James lost the handle on his dribble and dropped it right into the hand of Darian Reed. Reed shot is good. He had to change it because of Flagg, but he banks it high off the glass and gets his team back to within 11.
Credit to Reed taking it right at Cooper Flagg and kind of did the old Will Chamberlain to extend his arm out to be able to hook it over mid-transition, one-on-one basketball.
Back the other way. Proctor, alley-oop, jammed home by Malawatch. They know exactly what they're doing offensively. 37-24. 5:18 to go here in the first half. By long, playing catch outside. Holloway, deep three-pointer, and he got it. That was nearly on the March Madness logo at half court.
Cooper Flagg was not worried about defending from there because he did not think Holloway had the audacity to offer one from there. Well, he did. The confidence takes it and nets it. Wow.
Now the ball ended up rolling away, and that meant that they were able to make substitutions, which got Sears back into the ball game, and Nelson for Alabama. 37-27, Duke by 10. Winners getting on a plane to San Antonio next week to play in the Final Four. Under 5 to play first half. Working the outside, Caleb Foster. Drop it for Flag. Foul line jumper. Around the rim, no good. And a foul call on the rebound is going to go on Patrick Gungba for Duke. That's going to be his second. And it comes at the 4:52 mark of the first half.
Gungba gets whistled for trying to carve out offensive rebounding space and just grabbing the arm of Nelson, who was blocking him out. It was right in front of the official, an easy whistle that no one argues.
Alabama's bench is outscoring the starters right now. Sears has been turned off. Pick and roll. Nelson, one of the starters, jams it home. And Alabama now back within single digits at 37-29. And a timeout, I should say, called for by John Shire. He's got a couple of things going on here, and he just watched his team lose 5 points of their lead. So he's going to stop it with 4:33 to go in the first half. Timeout on the court. We'll take 1-2. Our score, Duke 37, Alabama 29. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks. Big news. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again, because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to vaxassist.com and schedule today. That's vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Duke by 8, 37-29. Alabama's hit its last 3 shots to close the gap. And earlier this week, partner, in fact, it was yesterday, John Shire told us that the Elite 8 game, in his opinion, is the toughest game.
And his insight was really profound and pretty simplistic in nature. He said, it's because you've got 2 great teams no matter what. They're in the tournament, but they've won 3 games in a row at that point. So they're playing their best basketball, which makes the stakes that much higher. And against a team that's found their best groove of the year. They're meeting at the summit right now, and Duke is a better team right now at this point.
Duke lost in this round last year to NC State, the Cinderella team that went to the Final Four. Cooper Flag driving, left-handed shot, no good. And the rebound down to Stevenson for Alabama. 4:09 to go in the half as Phylon takes the ball to the forecourt. Driving into the paint, kicks to the top. Stevenson 3, no good. Fight for the rebound is tipped, and Duke controls it. Proctor tipped the rebound and then saved the basketball. Flag draws a lot of attention. They throw through to the near side now. And Knippel wants a 3. That shot is no good. Phylon down with the rebound for Alabama. Into the forecourt. His team down by 8. Phylon, sure-handed freshman, drives. No look pass. Nelson jams it home. It's a 7-0 Alabama run. And they are back within 6.
Phylon did an incredible job getting by the first line of defense. Defense in rotation. Looks right. Dishes left to Nelson in stride for the one-hand jelly.
Cooper Flag fakes the 3, keeps the dribble alive, driving, left-handed shot, off balance, no good. Rebound, however, gets away from Alabama. Picked up off the floor by Malik Brown. They kick it outside, and Foster nails a 3-pointer. What a turnaround that was off the miss.
An unforced error in the backcourt, turning the ball over. Bama gives Duke another opportunity.
Reed at the other end wants a 3. That shot's no good. And the rebound taken down by Flag, his 5th. Duke quickly into the forecourt. It's Proctor on the run, down the lane. Shot blocked away, but he bought contact. And that is going to buy him a trip to the free throw line when we come back. 2 minutes, 42 seconds left to go here in the first half as these teams fight for a spot in the Final Four. It's Duke 40, Alabama 31. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Something amazing is happening. Technology is working harder, faster, and more reliably. It's delivering results that work. But who makes technology work? CDW. We're a full-service technology solutions provider, advising our clients and designing customized solutions so they can reach their goals and do amazing things. CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com.
Springfest savings start now at Lowe's, so don't miss out. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And save up to $10 on select lawn care products. Shop these can't-miss spring deals now. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
Scott Graham, Jordan Cornette here at our Granger broadcast position in Newark. When you need products in a pinch, Granger offers same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. Look Granger.com or stop by for industrial-grade supplies for your business. The SEC semifinal loss to Florida. Mark Sears was held to a single-digit point total for only the fourth time this season. However, there was a game in Cleveland on the way here to Newark when he had 1 point at halftime and exploded in the second half. We say this because Sears is 0 for 3 from the floor, a goose egg in the scoring column, and his team is down 40-31. Duke leads it with 2:42 to go till halftime.
Physical guards that are hard hedging. They're getting over the top of stuff. They're funneling Sears into a mid-range area. They're contesting that as well. They're making it very challenging for Sears to be the one to beat them. And with this defensive game plan, it's not going to be a lot of daylight and opportunity for Sears to really punish him.
Proctor at the line, nails the first free throw. He's got a three-pointer tonight. He's been on a run. 21 made three-pointers in the last 5 games for the junior from Sydney, Australia. Second free throw is no good. Proctor's got 8 points. His team up 10. 2:38 left to play first half. Here's Sears trying to find a double screen. Could go either way. Screen's not working. He's still got the basketball. Now trying left side to the baseline he goes. Underneath the basket and ends up knocking the ball off a Cooper flag out of bounds. Alabama keeps it with 14 left on the timer.
Duke is throwing 2 and 3 bodies at Sears. If he tries to drive it, there's 2 other defenders joining the on-ball defender. On ball screens, 2 guys, and then they're switching ultimately everything to give him no look, no gap to explore.
The inbound to Nelson, back again to Sears, and he's got 6'9" Malik Brown on him. Stepping into a jumper. That shot is good. He hit it from the right elbow. Sears finally scores for the first time tonight. It's an 8-point game.
Well, once Duke switches there and it's Brown on him, rather than settle a dribble, he attacked the front foot, lead foot of the defender, and Brown to find a mid-range advantage.
Brown, backdoor pass, almost threw it away, but Proctor saved it. They get it back to the top. Brown, fake a 3. Throw back behind to no one. Proctor saved that one as well. He owes him a soda. And flag on his drive, apparently fouled by Omori right in front of the Alabama bench. Flag was trying to take Omori to the hole, and there was a little bit of contact on the outside. Omori is called for. The personal is first.
Omori was trying to apply perimeter ball pressure beyond the three-point line by a couple of feet. You're not a perimeter defender that can move laterally with a guy like Cooper Flag. You got to understand your ability. Drop back in coverage some. in late contested three, but you can't apply the type of ball pressure to get whistled for a foul like that.
Malawach now checks back into the ball game. The thing that gets you about this Duke team is you look at them, especially sitting courtside as we are, they are so big and so long. Inbound for Duke. New 20 on the timer after the foul call. Knippel's got it off the inbound. Knifing into the lane. Spinning. Shot up. No good. Great defense by Youngblood. And the ball down on the floor. Knippel's going to get called for a reach-in foul. I wonder if that feels a little bit like a make-good for the previous foul.
That's exactly what it is, partner. Knippel didn't so much as maybe tap the shoulder of Sherrill on the ground. And we got a replay, and that's all that happened. That should have been no whistle. Keep playing.
6 fouls on Duke, 4 on Alabama. Crimson Tide with the basketball. 1:38 to go till halftime. Duke leads it by 8. Holloway working the outside, right at the top of the circle. With the dribble alive, finds Sears now between the circles. Shot fake, drive into the lane, throws behind. Holloway catch and shoot 3 is no good. Long rebound, tapped. What a play by Proctor. He got it ahead to Foster, and Foster waits for help to arrive. Crossover dribble, Foster driving, and he's fouled. Proctor made an incredible play. That rebound was on its way out to Aiden Holloway, who made the mistake of waiting for it to bounce to him. Proctor jumped forward and flicked the ball ahead, saving the possession for Duke.
Yeah, he essentially gave his body up just to say, if I can get a hand on this with my momentum, it'll tip ahead to give Foster a lead for a leak out, understanding that he was going to get collided with by a few bodies, and he did. Gave the play to Duke.
Youngblood's first foul, team foul number 5 on Alabama. Knippel catches the inbound pass, head of the circle, alley-oop again. Malawach can't dunk it, but he brings it back down and banks it home. Nice skills from the big man as the Duke lead is once again 10. Malawach has 6. Under a minute to play in the half as Sears goes to work with a left-hand dribble. Head of the circle, waiting for somebody. It's Youngblood. Shot fake on a 3. Take it down the lane. And his layup is good. He stopped and started again. Knippel was standing in quicksand. And Youngblood got an easy 2 to make it an 8-point game.
The change of pace created the advantage on that drive from right to left, finishing with the offhand. Got the defender on his hip. A nice angle to deliver the layup.
9-second differential between game and shot clock. Duke can't hold for the rest of the half, but Flagg is dribbling on the March Madness logo. Now he's driving, and his shot on the way, it's good, and the foul. Quick first step and a late reaction from Aiden Sherrill trying to stop him is going to give Flagg a chance at a 3-point play.
Indecision on the ball screen. Non-committal defense from Alabama, which just gives from that right elbow coming down with a whole full head of steam. The best player in the country in Cooper Flagg. And by the time the defense comes, he's underneath the rim. So then you play through contact with the advantage, allowing him to convert through contact.
If you think about what happened here on Thursday night in a tie game with Arizona, Duke got 2 threes late in the half, and that changed the entire tenor of the game. Flagg caps off the traditional 3-point play, expands the lead to 11. Alabama can hold for 1. Game clock now down to 10 seconds. Sears across half court. Duke fans are standing, calling for defense. Sears drives, wraparound pass. Nelson shot good. And that's going to end the first half on a beautiful feed from Mark Sears in close to Grant Nelson, who cuts it down to a 9-point ball game.
It's very important for Alabama to have a sequence like that because Mark Sears was able to touch the paint, draw defenders, and dish to Nelson to get a layup to go. They hadn't had many opportunities where Sears could get past the defense, get into the lane, and make plays like that happen. That can carry momentum in the locker room, a positive thing for this Bama team.
Blue Devils shot 56% for the half. They've enjoyed an advantage throughout. We are at halftime. Duke 46, Alabama 37. When we return, we're going to head back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios for the halftime report. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-523-7809. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-523-7809. That's 800-523-7809. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Halfway home to the Final Four for John Shire and company, 46-37, a 9-point lead at the break. Duke leading Alabama. Of course, 9-point deficits certainly have been overcome in the last couple of days. Jason Horowitz, Nick Bahe, happy to have you back with us here in our Westwood One studios. Nick, you know, that hot start by Duke, it was 15-5 at a blink of an eye. Alabama kind of settled, but they've been playing in this 3, 4, 5 possession realm pretty much the whole first half.
Yeah, I thought they set the tone right away. You nailed it. Jumped on Bama 15-5 and really have just been in control. Bama settled in a little bit thanks to Sherrell's 2 pick-and-pop threes that got them to at least calm down. But Bama, all things considered, for Mark Sears to have 2 points and for Alabama to be 5 of 19 from 3, to only be down 9 feels like a miracle. But Duke, their length at the rim is just so disruptive. It's so hard to get easy baskets on them. They help and recover. I know they're led by 3 freshmen, but, man, are they smart and they play beyond their years. I thought Knippel was excellent in the first part of the first half, and Cooper Flagg rebounded the ball and just did a little bit of everything. Duke is just so complete on both sides. But all things considered, I think if you're Nate Oates, you feel like you're still in this game and you haven't done what you do yet.
Yeah. You know, we came in talking about the efficiency of both these teams offensively. They both have 5 threes, but Duke's on 9 3 attempts. Alabama's on 19 3-point attempts. All right, second half coming up in about 15 minutes from Newark. How about what happened earlier tonight in San Francisco? And remember, Texas Tech came into the day riding high on a 16-point second half comeback in the Sweet 16, the third largest such comeback in Sweet 16 history. And you know, back and forth, they trailed by 3 at the break, but the Red Raiders led for most of the second half.
Anderson with the dribble for the Red Raiders. Up 8, 7:53 to go. Anderson, hesitation move, drives left, loads it up, and Federico is there for the 2-hand slam. Timeout, Florida. The lob to Federico has given the Red Raiders a 10-point lead. Timeout with 7:48 remaining in the Bay Area. Texas Tech 67, Florida 57.
Federico of South Sudanese and Finnish descent in his fourth school had a huge dunk to put him up by 10. And Texas Tech still led by 9 with a little less than 3 minutes to go. But Todd Golden, coach of the Gators, started fouling early. And Texas Tech was missing free throws, front ends of 1-and-1s. And maybe a guy who's trying to be the player of the tournament took over down the stretch.
Played to lob it to Hauk above the left elbow. Hauk backdoor to Clayton, makes the catch inside. Has the dribble out of trouble in the paint, backs up, turns, fires a three from the top. He's good! He did it again! Clayton's got 28. Florida leads by 1. What a shot by Walter Clayton.
He had a layup. He dribbled out and shot a 3.
Inside a minute to go. Texas Tech ball down 1.
He finished with 30, 13 over the 5:34. Walter Clayton, 22 of the 44 for the Gators in the second half, and they come back to win 84-79. Clayton on his mindset down the stretch again.
A couple shots went in, they kind of turned around, looked at their bench like how. So honestly, nothing was going through my mind. My mind was kind of just blank. Thankful the shots went in, but we was locked in until the final buzzer sounded. So my mind was blank, honestly.
Well, and none of that would have mattered had Texas Tech made some free throws. They finished 7 of 13 from the line on the day. JT Toppin had started the game 0 of 4, but he missed 1-1. Darion Williams, who had another massive performance, he's the reason they helped build that lead, but they came up short.
Not what we wanted, obviously, but we were picked to finish like 7th in conference. Like nobody, if anybody told you, they thought we were going to be in that lead 8, they'd be lying to you. So besides our team and our inner circle, so. At the end of the day, I think it hurts right now when we look back at it. I feel like we could have went farther, but I think overall we had a good season.
Yeah, they did. There's no question about it. They had a great season. They didn't play anybody in the non-conference, so no one really knew what to expect from Texas Tech in conference. But once they got in there, Nick, they had a wonderful season. And frankly, we're the better basketball team for 35 minutes today.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Texas Tech flat out outplayed Florida for 35 minutes, but in the final, really like 36 or 38 minutes, in the final 2 minutes, just momentum swung, and Walter Clayton decided to just be the baddest dude in the gym. And you got to tip your cap to Todd Golden. I think he felt like at 75-69, he needed to do something different, that you couldn't just defend out and hope that you were going to get stopped. So he goes with the intentional fouls on Williams and on Toppin. And there's a big difference, Jason, going to the free throw line with 2 shots versus a 1-and-1. The pressure of that is different. And then add on the fact that a trip to the Final Four is on the line, the pressure is even magnified more. Pretty good decision from Todd Golden there, and it ends up paying off thanks to Howe's threes and Clayton once again just being ridiculously good down the stretch. He saved Florida against UConn in the second round, and he saves Florida again.
Yes, he did, and so they are heading to the Final Four for the first time in 11 years. Who's going to join them? Duke leading Alabama by 9. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Beckers with 38 points, bounces back for Strong. Inside Beckers, left side, banks it home for 2, and her 40th point of the night.
Playing ping pong with it.
Paige Beckers dropping 40 in the Sweet 16 for UConn, 78-51 Connecticut.
Sam Niederman, Mary Murphy on the call here on Westwood One. And man, oh man, did UConn need Paige Beckers to go off to get to the Elite Eight? Jason Horowitz, Nick Baugh back with you here in our Westwood One studios. Alabama in the men's side trailing Duke 46-37. But on the women's side, we checked the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by GoodRx. For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, go to goodrx.com or download the free GoodRx app. UConn trailed Oklahoma at the half 36-33, and Paige Beckers outscored the Sooners by herself in the second half. The UConn Huskies going to the Elite Eight for the 29th time since 1991. Paige Beckers with 40, the first UConn Husky ever to score 40 in an NCAA tournament game. Now, they're waiting USC, who is getting all it can handle without Juju Watkins against Kansas State. 65-61, final 25 seconds of the game in Spokane. You can listen to that on the Westwood One Sports app. Texas and TCU join the Elite Eight party. Longhorns the 1 seed in Birmingham, 67-59 winners over Tennessee, while TCU, thanks to Haley Van Lith going for the first time ever, knocked off Notre Dame 71-62. Duke trying to knock off Alabama. They're up 9 at the break from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. We leave no warrior behind. Wounded Warrior Project is a non-profit organization created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war. Whether those scars are physical or mental, we're here to make sure that they heal. And whether it's helping those with post-traumatic stress disorder live a normal life again, or giving much-needed support to injured warriors in veterans' hospitals, because no one deserves our help more than the men and women who risk their lives to keep us safe. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to Dennis Melvin's house. It's time for the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one turkey obstacle course. Sticking to healthy habits in this kitchen is going to take focus and determination, but it can be done, JB.
He's already entered the snack part of the course, and he's eyeballing a jar of chocolate candy.
That is tempting right off the start.
Uh-oh, he's reaching, Bill, but he pushes it away.
Great stiff arm.
He's approaching a plate of delicious-looking iced cookies.
Oh, Dennis, you only want one of those.
He blows right by him for the apple.
Oh, the fridge. It's make or break time, JB.
He stares down some rich-looking treats. Uh-oh, looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle, and shuts the door with his elbow in record time.
Unbelievable move. I gotta see that again.
And he's out. He even turned off the light.
That's the way you execute a midnight snack run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Furnished by Stand Up to Cancer.
Duke can't hold for the rest of the half, but Flagg is dribbling on the March Madness logo. Now he's driving, and his shot on the way, it's good, and the foul. Quick first step and a late reaction from Aiden Sherrill trying to stop him is going to give Flagg a chance at a three-point play.
10 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, and a block in the first half for the fabulous freshman. Duke leading Alabama 46-37. We welcome you back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios, along with Nick Baugh, Jason Horowitz. If you need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop, switch to Straight Talk. Get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk at straighttalk.com. All right, Nick, so Duke defensively for the better part of 15 minutes was playing really well. Alabama got a little momentum. You think coming out of the locker, we get one or two of those threes to fall, and we got a totally different ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. Try and just hang around, put some game pressure on Duke, and ultimately Bama's got to get the 3 pillars of Crimson Tide basketball on track: pace, the three-point line, and Mark Sears. I mean, those 3 things have to show up in a big way in this second half if Alabama's even going to get back into this game. And so we'll see what happens. I think you're going to see a very aggressive Mark Sears. So Duke's got to be locked in early. First 3-4 minutes, 3-4 possessions, you have to really make sure that Sears doesn't get an easy one, because if he gets one to go down, as we saw the other night, he can heat up in a hurry.
Yeah, and nobody in foul trouble either, which is big as we get to the second half, too. Both teams just had 16 fouls in the first half. 46-37. We go back to Scott Graham and Jordan Cornette on the other side. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fee supply requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
March 28, 1992, a regional final classic between Duke and Kentucky. The Wildcats were up 103-102 with 2 seconds left in overtime and a berth in the Final Four on the line.
They're not going to guard Hill making the inbound pass. Here's a high looper. There's Leitner. He turns, he shoots. It is good! Christian Leitner hits a turnaround 17-footer at the buzzer. And the Duke Blue Devils head to Minneapolis. My, oh my, oh my.
Mike Krzyzewski's squad went on to defeat Indiana and Michigan to become the first team in 2 decades to win back-to-back championships. But it was Leitner's shot that's remembered as another great moment in tournament history. I'm Kevin Kugler.
Here in the East Region Final, Duke went out to a 15-5 lead. And that pretty much held throughout the half. They lead here at the break over Alabama, 46-37, as these teams vie for a spot in next weekend's Final Four in San Antonio. Check the halftime stats, sponsored by Barbasol. Feeling great starts with a great shave, and great shaves start with Barbasol shaving cream. For whatever your day brings, choose Barbasol. It's a can of can-do. Alabama started the game shooting 7 out of 25. They ended the half 7 out of 10. Nobody with more than 6 points, and more importantly, Mark Sears just 1 of 4 for 2 points in that first half. On the other side, Con Knippel had a quick start to this ball game. He leads Duke with 11 points. Cooper Flagg, as you heard in the studio, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Ho-hum.
Yeah, I mean, how he's rebounding the basketball. Again, he's touching the game, letting it come to him. Not doing too much until it calls for him to decide this one. Everything seems so effortless with him.
Time now for the second half keys, sponsored by Wago. Trust your game, trust your wiring with Wago Electrical Connectors. Gear up at wago.com/hoops for your next electrical project. All right, how does Alabama get back in this game?
Alabama gets back in this game by moving that basketball in the half-court setting, taking it off the rim and running. Mark Sears has got to hunt his. He now knows how the defense is going to come at him. When they switch things, immediately on that switch, when he's got a bigger defender, and yes, Duke can guard all 5 guys on the floor and switch everything, but when he has that advantage, he's got to strike right away coming out that ball screen. He has to attack that first guy that switches, try and get downhill or hunt that 3 ball, and they've got to activate their star.
So you're Duke, and you figured out a way to get a 10-point lead and pretty much kept it throughout the half. Is it more business as usual in half 2?
That's exactly right. You got to maintain that level of physicality, but there can be no let-up. In games like this, and why Duke has been so great all year, they've been defined by inflection points. As we talked about them this week, you've heard me talk about inflection points. This is yet another one in this game. The game was at 6, turnover to backcourt, back to double figures. It's now sitting where it is right now as a 9-point game. An inflection point is how Duke starts this second half. Can they match that with the foot on the gas and look to build?
Coming into this game, Alabama had played 3 tournament games, which, if you do the math, is 120 minutes. They had trailed for 4 minutes and 27 seconds total In that first half, they trailed for 19 minutes and 41 seconds.
Beauty of this Alabama group is as ice cold as they were from three in that first half. And yes, credit Duke's defense to their approach. It's a dynamic offense. They've got a great coach. They lean into analytics. They're very thinking forward type group. They're going to find ways to get the looks that they need. They can get red hot. This game can be flipped in the blink of an eye. So nothing can be expected as we may see it in these final 20. These players are going to have to decide it, but Alabama will have the counter.
Alabama's been here twice before. In the Elite Eight, lost to UConn back in 2004. They were an 8 seed that year. Last year, the big win over Clemson as the 4 seed to win the West region 89-82. And it was Mark Sears who hit a step-back three-pointer that basically sealed that game and punched Alabama to stick it to the Final Four, where they lost in the national semifinal to UConn. We'll see if they can dig back out here over the final 20 minutes. It's time for the start of the second half, sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Alabama with the basketball first to begin the half. Moving at the basket on our right. Long three-pointer from Youngblood is no good, and Modowatch down with a rebound for Duke. Blue Devils in the home white with the blue trim. Alabama in the traveling crimson with the white numerals and lettering. Duke going from our right to our left. Flag holding on the NCAA logo, part of the March Madness logo. Now takes the dribble, right side, foul line extended. Spinning on Sears, not once but twice. Took him into the lane. Fadeaway jumper up, no good. Tap rebound comes out. There's going to be a foul call on the rebound, and it's going to be on Modowatch. There were two Alabama players there, Nelson and Sears, and Modowatch said, wait a minute, how could that be on me?
Modowatch, really good rebounding, really good block out. And this is what got the whistle. Mark Sears located a fundamentally sound block out, and obviously he gives up a lot of size. And I think the officials were baited into thinking he came over with some contact because of how sound the block out was from the star guard.
Sears is more than a foot shorter than Modowatch. Back the other way. The three-pointer is good. A handoff from Sears to LeBaron Philon. The freshman drills it. 46-40. It's as close as Alabama has been in a while.
We've arrived at one of those inflection points. Does Duke have an answer?
Flag, alley-oop says there's your answer because Modowatch was there to jam it home. 48-40, back to an 8-point game. Philon a three. Quick shot, no good. Tap rebound comes out to Proctor. Here comes Duke into the forecourt. Alabama got back quickly. Now they get it to Flag in rhythm. His three is a brick. And the rebound comes down to Omori for Alabama. Crimson Tide trying to push the pace if they can. Philon into the hands of Omori. And now Sears head of the circle. Sears with the dribble. Hesitation. Driving one-hander is up, and it is no good. Bounced twice off the rim. Modowatch down with the rebound for Duke.
Clean look for Sears right there. Got the defender in what we call jail. Got him on his posterior with the probing dribbles into the lane. Just could not finish the floater.
Just about 2 minutes into this second half. Proctor wide open three. Left side, no good. Great box out by Youngblood. Ball gets knocked out of his hands over the sideline toward the Duke bench. And Alabama will keep it.
Youngblood wanted a foul right there. Didn't get the whistle. But they did get possession.
Alabama into the forecourt, trailing by 8. They've been down almost the entire game. Philon gets a screen from Sears. Right side, foul line extended. Throws back behind Sears. Thought about a 40-foot jumper, and now shake and bake dribble into the lane. Fadeaway jumper with the left hand, no good. Tap rebound, comes back out. It's covered by Sion James for Duke. Up ahead, the pass is to Knipple in the lane. His give and go goes back to Proctor for a lay-in.
Incredible. Proctor delivers a Knipple on that baseline. Defense lets up for a little bit, and once they stand tall, Proctor cuts in front of him, catch a layup.
Back to a 10-point game, 50-40. Sears, step back three-pointer. Too strong off the back iron. Knipple, the long rebound for Duke.
Sears just does not seem to have it right now.
James across half court. Now waiting for a cutter. Hands off for Proctor. Proctor gets a high screen. The pick and roll is there, and the pass too high on the alley-oop for Malowacz. Nobody was on him. Alabama down with the basketball. Missed opportunity for the Blue Devils. Alabama trying to cash in. Sears leaves it for Omori, who misses his second dunk of the night with a left hand. Ball down to Flagg. He drives. His dunk is blocked. Oh, my. Wow. Grant Nelson went up and blocked the dunk from Flagg. Here comes Alabama. Sears with a three from the right corner. That's a big moment in this ball game. Alabama back within 7.
Incredible athleticism at the apex. Grant Nelson, who's hobbling, he's been bothered by that leg injury, blocks the shot of Cooper Flagg and gets it going the other way.
Under 16 left to play. Knipple with a drive, left hand, left side. Pull-up jumper, good. Knipple has been the go-to scoring guy. He's got 13 for Duke.
Just bullying in isolation on the left side, 1v1 basketball, and the offensive player having his way, Con Knipple.
Youngblood coming in from the right wing. Shot fake, shot up, good, count it, and a foul. Great move by the veteran, Chris Youngblood, and he'll have a chance to pay off a three-point play when we get back.
Coach Shires Group wanted to travel, thought he shuffled the feet on the drive, Youngblood, didn't get it. Heck of a move, applying game pressure. Bama, no signs of going away to begin this second half.
Timeout on the court, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. Duke 52, Alabama 45 from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
A dog? I'm not. I was born for a purpose. To bring you hope. To guide you out of darkness. To stand by you as you rediscover life. When past battles cloud your mind, I push them away. You tell me I'm your hero, just as you are mine. You hold me when you're afraid, whisper that I saved you. With me by your side, no challenge is too great, no night too dark. I'm your guide, your companion, your friend, your light. A dog? I'm not. With me, you see the world again.
Discover hope at Dogs Inc. Visit us at dogsinc.org to learn more.
The mission of Paralyzed Veterans of America is clear. Accessibility. Veterans who have served and sacrificed the best of themselves deserve access to the best our country has to offer. Access to meaningful employment. Access to the veterans' benefits they've earned. Accessible homes and vehicles. And access to every part of their communities. With PVA staff working inside VA hospitals, no other veterans organization has provided more real-time, ongoing support for paralyzed veterans and their families. PVA is proud to serve veterans across all branches, all generations, and all conflicts. Our nation's heroes fought for your independence. Join PVA in fighting for theirs at pva.org.
Do you like your protein crunchy, chewy, salty, or sweet? If you've got goals, Quest has cheats. From bars to protein milkshakes to chips and crackers, Quest Nutrition is big on protein, low on sugar, and huge on flavor. It's basically cheating. 7-point ball game. Duke on top, 15:38 left to go. And the buzz at that timeout about Grant Nelson blocking what was going to be a thunderous dunk from Cooper Flagg and not committing a foul in the process.
Selling out his body defensively, challenging the best player in college basketball. That fuels your group. Not only did it fuel it, the ball going the other way in transition, but it fuels a belief that, hey, if we're going to win this game, it's got to be an all-out effort, and we have to show time and time again we're the tougher team. In that sequence, they certainly were.
Youngblood trying to pay off the three-point play, and he hits the free throw after the second foul by Knipple. So back to a 6-point game. Alabama was this close in the first half and got a rebound, but lost the ball in the backcourt with a chance to cut it further. Knipple working right side. Alley-oop jammed home by Monowatch. You can just put that on loop. He came wide open, a perfect pass to the big man, jammed it home, back to an 8-point game. Here's Sears. Struggling to shoot, gets it to Nelson. Thought about a left side three, now he'll drive. And contact and a charge. Guess who took it? The guy whose dunk he blocked. Cooper Flagg set his feet, there was a collision, and the foul call is on Grant Nelson. That is number 2 on Nelson.
And Coach Oates yelling at him on the sideline, and if I'm guessing correctly, it's, hey, if you don't have anything, move the basketball. How we win is with movement. Get this defense in rotation to find a good look. He drove, he didn't have anything. Retreat dribble, powered back up, and everyone in the gym knew where he's trying to get to, the rim, so Cooper Flagg steps in front and takes a predictable charge.
Duke brings it up, leading again by 8. Knipple on the outside. Sears tried to chase him around the screen. Another alley-oop. This one won't go, and the rebound knocked out of bounds. I believe they're saying it's Duke ball. It looked to me like it last touched the foot of Sion James. They might have to take a look at this one. But the alley-oop was there, but just out of the reach of Monowatch. He tried to tip it in and couldn't. They're calling Duke basketball. That's not what I saw, partner.
Yeah, that's surprising. And Coach Oates and his group kind of resigned on their end. I didn't have the best angle from here, but surprising there's not a little bit more animation on that sideline given the call.
Duke inbounding from right in front of their own bench. Knipple takes a return pass after the inbound. Backing Sears down. His shot up, no good. He lost the handle on it midway through the shot, but he got the rebound and was fouled by Diabate. That ball slipped out as he was raising up to shoot. He got the shot up anyway and missed.
I mean, given matchups in this game, and yes, I'm keenly aware that Cooper Flagg is on this Duke team, but the best advantage offensively right now is Con Knipple and whichever guard in Sears or Holloway is guarding him, because he is just pounding that left shoulder into them, creating an ability to get into the paint and finish the basketball or draw a whistle.
Con Knipple's first free throw is good. You can hear every remaining moment of the NCAA men's and women's tournament on Alexa. Just ask your device to open Westwood One Sports. You'll be able to listen to all the action wherever you are. That's Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. Con Knipple, 14 points on the night. Second free throw is good. At one time this year, he made 38 of those in a row. Lead is 10 now, once again for Duke. 14 and a half left to play. Holloway back in the game for Alabama. Driving to the left elbow. Flag's right there to stop him. Now he takes him along the baseline, shovels through near side. Youngblood's three, no good. Rebound for Amori on the offensive side. Out to Sears, three-pointer, no good. And James rips down the rebound at the foul line for Duke.
Sears got a wide open look off the offensive rebound. Best time to take a three. Back iron, just you can tell inside his head a little bit right now is there's no confidence in the guy who 2 sleeps ago hit 10 triples.
James taking his time with a dribble on the outside. They're using some clock here. Now they get it to Flagg. Flagg driving into the lane. Shot blocked from behind. Diabate got him. Alabama down with the basketball. There's Youngblood driving into the lane. Pull-up jumper is good. Big turnaround right there and back to an 8-point game. 13:33 left to go. The winner goes to the Final Four. Duke has led basically throughout. And again, James taking a lot of time with a solo dribble near half court. They wait until the shot clock gets down to 12. Knipple gets the pass, cutting in the lane. Shot fake, fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound picked off the ground by Diabate. Ahead to Holloway. Holloway step back, three-pointer. Missed almost everything. And Flagg down with the rebound for Duke.
A rush shot from Holloway right there.
Flagg driving, and he is fouled before he ever got to the shooting side of things. It's going to be on Mark Sears.
And there's a freedom in which this Alabama offense plays with. I get it. But there does still exist a bad shot, and that was certainly one from Holloway on the right wing. Defense was kind of in position, and he forced one. Had a chance with an opportunity, secondary break, find one of his guys to step in a rhythm three. neglected to do that, and they take a low percentage one that they obviously can't convert. It goes the other way for Duke.
4-man substitution for Alabama. 3 of the starters, Youngblood, Nelson, and Amori, all coming out of the ball game. New set of bodies on the floor right now for the Crimson Tide as Duke inbounds. Gungba in the ball game, takes the inbound, right of the lane, trying to set it up with Flagg. Hands back behind the freshman. Cooper Flagg, running shot for the foul line, sticks in between the rim and the backboard. Possession arrow belongs to Duke, so they will get it back.
The old basketball wedgie. Embarrassing for most, but if you're Cooper Flagg, there's no such thing for him.
He's only 4 of 14 from the floor tonight.
Con Knipple has been that consistent guy to go to. That's where the advantage is for their offense currently.
Flagg's going to come out of the ball game. Mason Gillis comes on to replace him for Duke. Blue Devils have missed their last 5 from the floor. They still lead it by 8. Gungba down the right block. His shot no good, but he tied up the arms of Aiden Sherrill on the way up. Sherrill gets his second. Patrick Gungba is going to the free throw line. The official NCAA ticket exchange is the only NCAA-approved place to buy and sell authentic 100% guaranteed Final Four tickets with other fans. Visit the official NCAA ticket exchange today at ncaa.com/exchange. Gungba's 74% from the line this year, hits on the first. His mom was a 2,000-point scorer at GW.
As if you're not already supposed to listen to your mother. Certainly have to, and that's it.
Second one no good, but they play volleyball with the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds, and it last touched Duke. That was a hustle play by Mason Gillis, who punched at that ball off the rebound. Duke nearly corralled it, but it'll go back to Alabama.
Would have been a massive momentum play for this group, already with a 9-point lead. But a 50-50 win like that can even flip it more on its head.
Alabama in the forecourt now. Stevenson, right side foul line extended. Get it off for Holloway up on top. They go to the far side. Drive into the lane, and Reed had it knocked away on his drive. Duke with the steal into the forecourt. 9-point lead, 12:20 to go. And into the lane, Foster is fouled as he tried to come to a jump stop. It's going to be on Holloway. I think his feet were slipping out from underneath him, whether Holloway hit him or not. Maybe not.
And either way, it's very clear from this Duke perimeter. If it's Holloway defending you or if it's Phylon defending you, take that ball to the basket. They don't have the physicality to provide a resistance for preventing you from getting to the rim.
Inbound, Knipple, wide open. Layup with the left hand is good, and it's a double-digit lead again. 59-48. Knipple has 17. And now a touch foul on the outside on Foster. Sarcastic applause from the Alabama fans. The third team foul on Duke and the first on Caleb Foster. Crimson Tide will inbound just inside the hash mark on the far side of the floor. Alabama, a Final Four team last year. Nate Oates talked about the goal being to get back there and win it all. They've got a lot of work to do in the final 12 minutes. Here's Holloway, handing back behind. Phylon. Hesitation, shake and bake dribble. Now pull-up jumper, left side, no good. And we got a whistle, kind of a late one, but apparently LeBaron Phylon got fouled on the shot by Tyrese Proctor. His second. There's going to be free throws for Alabama when we come back. 11:50 to play. Duke 59, Alabama 48. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Progressive knows RV owners like to travel at a nice, relaxing pace. Just like this commercial. They're not rushing to a departure gate at the airport because they depart from their driveway. And they can relax even more knowing they're protected by Progressive. Now here comes the fast part. There's a casualty insurance company and affiliates.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBBT.
In the face of uncertainty, some things remain steady, like the Cummins 2027 X15, built on 25 plus years of experience and delivering up to 4% better fuel efficiency in a weight-neutral system. The X15 gives you the strength to move forward fearlessly and confidence that no matter the obstacle, you can and will rise above it. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
59-48, 11:52 left to play with Duke on top. It's time for the Coles fact of the game. In the past 60 years, only 3 coaches made the Elite Eight in 2 of their first 3 seasons as a Division I coach. Tark the Shark, Jerry Tarkanian in 71 and 72. Bill Guthridge, 1998 and 2000. And the guy who's got a double-digit lead here in the Elite Eight, John Shire, last season and this year. That's the fact of the game, sponsored by Kohl's. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. 59-48, free throws coming for Alabama. Time is getting short. If you're joining us late, 15-5 Duke to begin the ball game, double-digit lead. It's pretty much hung around there. Alabama's been able to get no closer than 6. Mark Sears was on the bench when play stopped at the foul line. As they come back out, Mark Sears is still on the bench.
And you got to imagine maybe that lasts for a minute or two more, but it's almost like okay, here's a reset. You got a clear canvas for the final once it dips under 10 minutes to go help decide this game in a positive manner.
Barrett Philon hits on his first. He has really grown into his role as a starter. Started the last 11 games, 28 starts on the season, and he hits them both. Alabama has made every one of their free throws so far, 7 of them, back to within 9. That was the deficit at halftime. Now we've got 11:45 left to play. Duke playing well with the lead all night. Foster's got the basketball. Finds the cutter. Proctor, foul line jumper is good.
Play 2 on his side, this Duke team. A little bit down screen from Malawach. Curl right to the elbow for a rhythm jumper from Proctor.
Holloway drives in among the trees, down along the baseline. Lost the handle on the ball, but saved it. They get it back outside for Reed. Reed driving, and he is fouled by Mason Gillis.
Duke refuses.
Oh, check that. It's going to be on Foster.
Duke refuses to let anything come to the rim. If you're going to convert, it's going to be a challenge mid-range, a challenge 3, but nothing is going to come at the goal.
4 fouls for Duke, 5 for Alabama. Crimson Tide inbound from the baseline. Philon with the dribble at the foul line. Shot fake, throw back behind into the hands of Holloway. Long three-pointer, shot no good. And the rebound covered up with 2 hands by Tyrese Proctor for the Blue Devils. Duke walks it across now as we cross 11 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Duke by 11. Proctor trying to find flag and a cut. Nothing there. Gets it to Gillis. Gillis now to Proctor. Left of the lane. Driving. Shot is good. Nelson was helping and then turned his back. Duke matches their largest lead of the game, up by 13. Alabama needs something. They get it inside for Nelson. 2 around him. He kicks to the corner. Left side 3. No good for Philon. Caleb Foster the rebound for Duke. And they'll walk it across once again.
A defensive masterpiece continues for this Duke team. Philon had a little bit of daylight. Went in and out, clogged up like a sour grape.
Don't forget, Duke was 6th in the nation in field goal percentage defense and 7th in scoring defense coming in. Caleb Foster thought about a drive from the right side, now hands the flag. 4 left to shoot. He drives, kicks left. Three-pointer for Proctor, no good. Good position for Grant Nelson, and the rebound for Alabama. Under 10 to play. Holloway in the forecourt, a three-pointer, too strong. Reed got the rebound. Phylon, left side three, he got it. Big play by Darian Reed, the freshman, to keep the possession alive. And Alabama back once again within 10.
A back iron miss from Holloway from beyond the arc allowed for a long rebound for Reed to gather and deliver to Phylon for an easy baseline triple.
And Duke is going to take a timeout as they come into the forecourt. Alabama was preparing to make 3 substitutions for Nate Oates, but Duke has decided to stop play with 9:31 left to go. Scott Graham, Jordan Cornett here at our Grainger broadcast position in Newark. Keep your team moving forward with Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products, Grainger can help your business get a leg up. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 63-53. The winner goes to San Antonio. We already know that Florida is going as well. They were down by 9 with 3:14 to go in their Elite 8 game, the regional final. They went on an 18-4 run to end it. They win 84-79 to punch their ticket to the Final Four.
It has to make you feel like anything's possible, right? At this point, this Alabama team is a team that is not going to give up. We do know that. But what we've yet to see is a Duke team that allows the opposition to get back into it. At every turn where you keep hearing me say inflection points, where this game can be flipped, tilted the other way, Duke has a set play drawn, or they get an extra offensive rebound, or they knock down a difficult shot, or they get a big-time rebound or win a 50-50 basketball. Alabama has threatened. Can Alabama put together a string of stops here to surpass the 10-point deficit, get it to 6, and then truly get over that?
Timeout on the court, 63-53 Duke with 9:31 to go. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
You can listen to the live stream of every remaining game of both the men's and women's tournaments on the Westwood One Sports app and WestwoodOneSports.com. Sponsored by Masa Chips. Classic tortilla chips fried in 100% grass-fed beef tallow. No seed oils, no fake ingredients, just real crunch. Code MM30. Get you 30% off your first order at MasaChips.com. Duke by 10, 63-53. And the Blue Devils, after their timeout with the basketball, inbounding from the far sideline. Sears back in the ball game now for Alabama. Out of the timeout. The inbound is to James. He's picked up at half court by LeBaron Phylon. James with a left-hand dribble. It's a high screen. Back behind the man who set the screen, Cooper Flagg. He throws back to the top now to Proctor. Proctor waiting for a cutter. Shot clock down to 10. And there's a pocket pick. Phylon driving, and he is fouled hard by Cooper Flagg, who was trying for the block. Phylon was going to potentially dunk that ball. Even at 6'4", he was flying in. Flagg got more hand than basketball, but he was going after the ball. And you're going to get a couple of foul shots coming here for Phylon.
High-level understanding of what was coming defensively as Phylon kind of circled from that right wing to power up. Knew a layup wouldn't be good enough with 6'9" Cooper Flagg, uber athletic, trail in the play. He tried to lay it up. Cooper Flagg would have rejected it. He knew the only way was a collision at the rim trying to dunk the basketball, and he draws the whistle.
Phylon just hit a pair of free throws a couple of moments ago. Hits the first. He's got 14. Spruce is a new weed and grass killer with 9 simple yet effective ingredients that are safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spruce works differently by dehydrating the weed down to the roots. Phylon missed on the second, so we stay at a 9-point game as we come up on 9 minutes left to go. Duke into the forecourt. It's James inside half court. Throws to the big man, Malawach. Malawach leaves back behind for Knipple. Knipple on the right side. Knifes into the lane. Nothing there. Throws back behind. And now gets a return pass. He'll drive right side of the lane. Great dunk down low. And an easy 2 for Sion James.
Knipple would not be denied on the drive. Couldn't go one-on-one. Drew 2 defenders. Then he dumps off to a cutting James for the dunk. Credit the drive of Knipple to serve as a catalyst for points.
Back to an 11-point game. Diabate going to try to post up on Proctor. Good idea. Shot blocked by Flagg, but they're going to call goaltending. Flagg took one giant step over and got the ball. But in the estimation of the officials, it was on its way down.
And we're going to get a look at a replay. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to look at the Sion James dunk. And look, I think the ball was coming down. Big play. We did see the replay really quickly there. I don't know. Looked like it might have still been going up to me.
9-point game, 8:10 left to play. Knipple with the dribble head of the circle. Spins into the lane. Left-handed shot, no good. Flying in for the rebound was Phylon, and you're going to get a foul call off of that rebound. It's going to be, I believe, on Duke, and it's going to be, was it indeed Knipple?
Yeah, it's going to be on Knipple. He went through and ripped the arm right there. And you got to call the foul because otherwise the ball would have gone out of bounds and been a turnover. And it was forced by him hitting the forearm.
I just watched the replay. I don't think he hit a thing.
Oh, there's definitely, you didn't. They didn't show it. I heard contact from over here. It sounded like
it actually looked like he hit the ball.
Maybe it was ball we heard.
17 foul, so free throws now for Alabama. The 1-and-1. Phylon makes the first. Look, I didn't play the game at the level that you did. I'm going with you.
Well, I never agree with officials, so I'm always happy to jump on board with you, partner.
You seem very nice with them before the game when they come over and say hi.
Well, you try and butter them up.
Phylon hits his second. He's got 16, 11 since halftime. 7-point ball game. 8 minutes left to play. Both cheering sections behind the respective benches now standing here in Newark. Big time spot in the game. Here's James along the outside. Phylon picking him up. James throws back behind for Flagg. Cooper Flagg starts to work on Nelson. Now switch to Sears. Sears working on Flagg. Nearly knocked the ball away. 4 left to shoot. And a floater from Flagg is good along the right baseline. When he needed to do it, he did. He's got 12.
So cerebral in the pressure moments, and his size from that short corner allows him to float it over the defense.
Nelson shovel back behind. Diabate driving to the left block. Shot is an air ball. Nelson got the rebound. The putback went in and out. And the rebound down to Duke. 7:07 left to play. And Flagg deliberately walks it across half court for the Blue Devils. They've been running each possession like this. Flagg waiting for cutters. There's one Proctor on the left side from the left wing. Lost the ball, or did he? Was it a left-handed shovel pass down low? Malawach picks it up and dunks it home. 69-58. Sears on a drive. And a foul call coming on Sion James along the baseline as Sears tried to bring it underneath the hoop.
It is smart. Sears doing whatever he can to try and generate something, but this Duke defense is unrelenting and throwing different bodies at him. Sears worn down, a little bit of frustration. Luckily, he got a bailout whistle in that sequence.
Duke had a lead at halftime. They still lead it by 11. Time out of the floor with 6:39 left to go. Duke 69, Alabama 58. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
O'Reilly. Get one free set of Brake Best brake pads when you buy 2 Brake Best Select brake rotors. You can upgrade to Brake Best Select brake pads for just $10 more, or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20 more. Visit your local O'Reilly Auto Parts. Offer in store only. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. Let's do it again and get vaccinated, because we're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit vaxassist.com and schedule a vaccine today. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's thick and rich lather gives you a close, comfortable shave for just half the price of gels. Barbasol.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
All right, Jason Horowitz, Nick Bob, back with you here in our Westwood One studios. Get back to Newark in a second. 69-58. Blue Devils have the lead on the Crimson Tide. Nick, at no point in this second half has Alabama been closer than 6. So they're playing with dangerous fire here with the last 6:39.
No doubt about it. But with a team like Alabama and the way they can shoot the three, a lead can evaporate quickly. And all we have to do is go all the way back to the first game of the night to look at a situation where there was a team in Texas Tech that was leading by 9 with just about 3 or 4 minutes left, and that lead went away because of the three-point shot. When you got a guy like Mark Sears, just like Florida had Walter Clayton, and the way Bama can shoot the three, you never know. Bama just hanging around. Duke's got to stay locked in on Sears in the three-point line.
You do like the time, though. Alabama plays the math game with going fast, and Duke's not letting them do that. Don't forget, you can always listen anywhere on the new Westwood One Sports app. Back to Scott Graham, Jordan Cornette.
Well, to expand on that point, Alabama shooting just 36%. 2 nights after they set an NCAA record with 25 made threes, they've got 8 tonight on 30 attempts. And Mark Sears, who had 34 points in that ball game, has 5 tonight on 2 of 9 shooting, 1 for 4 from 3. He was fouled by Sion James before the timeout, and he gets to go to the free throw line now. The left-hander studies the rim, fires, and misses. Stevenson got the rebound for Alabama. The Duke men went to sleep, and Alabama gets a timeout as Stevenson had nowhere to go with the ball and was falling over the baseline.
Heck of an effort from Stevenson to even try and get his hands on it, let alone get his hands on it and toe the line to get a timeout before stepping on the timeline. Mark Sears is thinking with every release of the basketball. He's not playing with that lack of conscience that propelled him to the 10 threes. Of course, a three-point line will give Alabama a chance. Different from any other team because of the confidence Coach Oates instills in this group to have amnesia. Forget about a bevy of misses and go in hot pursuit of the next make. This group has such a freedom with their offense. They're not going to worry about too many of the misses. The only guy it seems to be lingering with is Mark Sears.
Let's check the attendance, sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. 19,068 people in attendance here tonight in Newark, and they have been making noise throughout this one. So Alabama used the timeout. That means they've got 2 left. And they'll inbound from the baseline far side, trailing by 11. 6:36 left to play. Trying to get it in. Philon finally does to Stevenson in the corner on the left side. And now back to Philon to set him up top. With the dribble. Fires to Youngblood. Left side. Youngblood driving in the paint. Shot no good. And the rebound ripped down by Sion James for the Blue Devils.
Malawatch doesn't block this shot, but he alters the angle, taking away the ability for Youngblood to convert.
And again, Duke will take it across half court and dribble some time away. Flag doing the honors. and his pass went right through the 5-hole on Knipple. It ends up on the floor, and we've got a held ball. So the ball's going back to Alabama. Getting a look how exactly that happened. Knipple just took his eye off the ball, went right between his legs.
Yeah, that's just a giveaway. You can tell frustration from a possession where you can really put the foot on the neck of this Alabama team, but Alabama still has life, clinging to it at this point, but still have a pulse.
9 turnovers for Duke, a team that averaged fewer than 6 in the NCAA tournament. But they still have an 11-point lead. Under 6 minutes left to play. Here's Stevenson. Far side for Nelson on the left side. Goes into the lane. His shot is up. It's no good. And James the rebound. Again, Maloloch was right there again, altering the shot. Every time Alabama goes up, they feel the presence of the 7-footer. Here's Flagg, right side. Behind the back pass to the top of the circle. Driving is James. His shot blocked. But a foul call. It'll be on Grant Nelson, his third. Sion James is going to the line. You can listen to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of both the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournaments for free on the Varsity Network app. Listen to every game remaining live or on demand. Download the Varsity Network app now and search NCAA Championships.
Partner, I wouldn't be doing my job if I don't stress just how physical a brand of basketball this Duke crew plays, 1 through 5 on the floor.
First one is good for James.
Maloloch, the rim protector with the length and athleticism. But this perimeter of James, Knipple, even Proctor with his size, and he leans in a little bit of physicality. Then you've got 6'9", all-world Cooper Flagg. It grinds on you in a 40-minute basketball game.
Second free throw, no good. Diabate down with the rebound. Duke a complete basketball team, no doubt about it. They're up 12. 5:20 left to go. Phylon, hands back behind to Sears for Alabama. Back to Phylon, far side. Top of the circle, finds Sears. Deep three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound ripped down by Knipple, and he is hit on the rebound as he falls to the floor. The foul call will be on Alabama.
We joked that maybe Sears should take a break 2 nights ago so he doesn't leave room for some makes come tonight against Duke. He's now getting some pretty clean looks. He cannot convert.
He's got 2,840 career points, first among active players, second on the Alabama scoring list behind Reggie King. But frustration on what could be his final night if this doesn't turn around as Knipple hits on the first. If you're joining us late, Duke jumped out quickly to a 15-5 lead. Alabama's been able to get no closer than 6 since then. And now with that made free throw, the biggest lead of the night for the Blue Devils, 72-58, 5 minutes left to go. Duke fans are standing in salute of their defense. Phylon passing around the outside, trying to direct some traffic. They'll take a screen on the left side. Now cuts back to the right. In the lane. Shot up. No good. 3 in a row right off the rim. Maloloch came down with the rebound, but he's going to get called for traveling. He was kind of locked up there with Diabate, and that'll be a Duke turnover after the big man came down with the board.
And there's certainly a lot of contact there, hence the booze.
Nado's trying everything right now. Gets Diabate out of the game, gets Nelson back in. They are trying anything to generate some offense and to cut into this Duke lead. Blue Devils are playing with the lead masterfully. They have all game. Reed keying the inbound. You're not going to get it in. Finally did right before the 5-second call to Stevenson on the left. Backing in, throwing through near side. They reverse the basketball. Sears fakes a 3. Flagg cut him off on a drive. Now he drives down into the lane and they travel.
Incredible effort from Cooper Flagg. The closeout eliminates the three-point look from the left wing from Sears. Job not finished. Sears tries the basketball. He stays with him by moving laterally. Takes away the drive, makes him meet a chest, frustrates him. Sears travels.
Duke will walk it across. One step closer to San Antonio. A 14-point lead, 4:20 to go. and they hold and use clock once again. They've done this through most of this second half. Flag with the dribble at the midcourt stripe. Shot clock down to 10. Looking for a cutter, gets it to Knipple, left side. Driving, alley-oop attempt, knocked away. Alabama stole it, and they're out on the run. Here's Sears. Driving on the right side, and he's called for an offensive foul. He threw a forearm shiver, trying to figure out a way to make some space for himself. Alabama fans can't believe the call, but Sears very clearly threw the forearm.
Yeah, just frustrated he couldn't get away from Proctor. And he knew Proctor was inevitably leading him to length to block the shot. He had nowhere to go, so he throws an egregious arm bar, and that's absolutely a charge.
Timeout on the floor with 3:57 left to play. We're getting closer to a coronation ceremony here in Newark. Duke 72, Alabama 58. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
In the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind zero-turn and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
Pluto TV has all the shows and movies you love streaming for free. Feel the free with all your favorites. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Tracker, The Walking Dead, Defiance, and more. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships. Witness history in the making. The U.S. women's national team faces off against Brazil in the first ever professional women's sporting event at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on Saturday, April 5th. To secure your seats, visit ussoccer.com/tickets. 3:57 to go. Trip to the Final Four on the line. The Duke Blue Devils have held Alabama at arm's length all night, and they lead by their biggest margin right now, 72-58.
What a connected group of Duke Blue Devils. For anybody who thought it was Cooper Flagg and the others, I got news for you. A lot of guys out here defensively is where I've been most impressed with this Duke team, taking away the head of the snake and Mark Sears.
Duke breaks the pressure after inbounding the basketball, and Flagg going to be bothered by Stevenson, and they're going to foul him. Now, interesting thought there. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Cooper Flagg, but Alabama doesn't have the time left to allow Duke to bleed 15, 18 seconds off the clock, just holding it inside half court.
And this Duke team is so, because there's no flaws, they're also really good from the free throw line. So they're not going to open too much of a door here either for Alabama to sneak in.
This is the last 1-and-1 opportunity. From here on in, it'll be 2-shot fouls. Cooper Flagg on the night, 1 for 1 from the line. He's got 12 points on just 5 for 15 shooting the basketball. Shot is up. Shot is good. He does have 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Blocked a couple of shots. First team All-American. As a freshman, nails the second. 16-point game. It's a 9-0 Duke run. Phylon. Crossover dribble. Lost the handle on the ball. Lost the ball. It's picked up off the ground by Knipple for Duke. They save the possession. They'll trot it across. Sears working on flag. They come for a double team. And now Duke is playing keep away. Far side of the floor. Proctor's got it. Still with the dribble alive. Back to Flag. Shot clock down to 10. And Flag lost his footing but dribbled his way right back up again. Spinning now to the lane. Shot up and good. Cooper Flag sends Duke to the 11-0 run. 76-58. Alabama with under 3 to go. Sears driving into the paint. His shot is up. It's no good. And the rebound taken down by Malawach, who's fouled. Such frustration from Sears sitting on the ground. He's trying to shove defenders away. He's trying to get an open look. He finally had, basically a bunny underneath, and he missed that one.
And it's almost like when he played off 2, he was still, even though he had a look, still worried, where's Malawach? How can he block this shot? And because of that, it made a miss from point-blank range.
This is an 11-0 run for Duke over the last 4:42. Alabama hasn't scored in more than 5 minutes. And Malawach, despite being 7'2", has shot free throws pretty well this year. Rattles the first one home. 76% shooter.
Look, Malawach, we talked a lot about Knipple. We talked a lot about Flag. Malawach impacts this game on every possession. As a screener, as a rim protector, as a dive guy, he's such an important chess piece as an anchor on both sides of the floor.
Second one is good. The run now 13-0. It's a 20-point game. 2:50 left to go. Holloway with the basketball up on top, and you're going to get a foul call off the ball. Knipple called for a hold. He was jawing a little bit with Terry Oglesby. That's not something you want to do when you're up 20 with 2:47 left. They were trying to keep Sears from getting the basketball. And now John Shire calls Knipple over because it was his 4th foul, but also we don't need that right now, I'm assuming.
You just want to get through this cleanly, these last 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Again, Coach Shire said this is the toughest game to coach in, the Elite 8 game. Shows how high of a level his Duke Blue Devils are currently playing at.
Sears hits on the first. Unbelievable performance here on Thursday night, exuding confidence. We talked to him yesterday. He also said there are things that he can do to affect the game even if the three's not going. Duke took every one of those things away tonight. Left-hander gets the basketball, fires, and it's no good. Malawach down with a rebound over everyone. Duke's going to try to walk it across. Bama's going to try to trap. Cooper Flag into the forecourt, dribbles to the key, and all the way back out to the top. Off for James. They're going to bother him. 2:30 left to play. Double team coming. And James calls for a timeout. Duke will have 1 left. He was trapped and made the wise decision not to give up the basketball. 2:28 left. Duke by 20. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Lowe's knows that your deadlines don't change, even when your job does. But with Lowe's Buy Online, Pick Up in Store, we'll help you adjust on the fly. And when you absolutely can't leave the project, we can deliver to your job site as soon as same day. Lowe's knows pros. We help, you save. Valid on eligible in-stock orders and select zip codes placed by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
2:28 to go. 78-59. Duke on top by 19. Florida advanced to the Final Four with a miracle comeback against Texas Tech earlier tonight. Florida's going to the Final Four. We have never had 4 teams from the same conference as the members of the Final Four. The closest we got was the Big East in 1985 with St. John's, Georgetown, and the eventual champion, Villanova. Unless Alabama's got some kind of massive miracle here, we're not going to have 4 teams from the SEC in this year's Final Four. Cooper Flagg trying to throw the alley-oop. It's knocked away by Diabate. He takes it down himself. Driving shot is good. Diabate made the defensive play and the offensive play. Still a 17-point game with 2:10 left to go.
Diabate's got a lot of Herb Jones in him. Defensively trying to impact the game. A lefty plays with an edge, gets out in the open floor and finishes.
Duke breaks pressure, but they don't. Nelson, a steal and a lay-in. Long pass to half court was stolen. Nelson lays it in. 15-point game. 1:53 left to play. The thing is, as much as Alabama comes up with defensive stops and baskets here, it's a big cushion that Duke still has. Flagg trying to inbound and does for James. James nearly had it taken away, but that's going to be a foul call on Diabate.
James brought that thing up by his head underneath his own goal, trying to get across the timeline and ultimately get momentum going the other way. And when he brought it up over his head, Diabate almost slid from behind and took that thing right away.
So they'll walk it all the way back down to the other end. And Sion James, grad transfer from Tulane. What a big part of this he has been. Has the ball in his hands for good chunks of the game. ACC all-defensive team this year. This first one is good. And that is a veteran presence to go along with the incredible and talented youth group of freshmen that Duke brought in. Duke's hit 16 of their 19 free throws tonight. They get 17 out of 20. So James now stretches the lead back to 17. He's got 9 points on the night. Just $1:50 left to go here in Newark.
Scott, how good is this Duke basketball team? I don't even know if we can do it justice talking about it. This group is so thoroughly complete.
Phylon thought about a step-back three. Here comes Sears. Sears driving into the lane. His shot is up. It's short. James comes up with a rebound. Alabama's going to try to press him again, but there's only 90 seconds left to go. Flagg had the ball knocked out of his hands by Sears. It went over the sideline. It'll stay Duke's way with 1:26 left.
And Sears' last offering, a floater in the lane, not blocked, but altered by Malawach.
Alabama, the number 1 scoring team in the country. 91.4 points per game. They've got 63 right now with 1:26 to go. That tells you all you need to know about the way Duke played in this game defensively. And all the way back, as Duke's going to take a timeout, when we began talking about this one, partner, we said with 2 great offensive teams, the team that plays better defense is going to have the major advantage, and that has been Duke tonight.
Only team in the field, top 5 in offensive efficiency as well as defensive efficiency. Speaks how complete they are. Defense led the way. We also said your stars have to be stars. Cooper Flagg, this Duke team will ride him. Well, they did, and some other guys. But Alabama needed Mark Sears to be special. And defensively, Duke was not going to allow that this evening.
And one of the things we have to stress is that it was a 10-point lead quickly. Alabama never got closer than 6 to this point, and down 17 right now. This is a very good Alabama team that they are dicing up here tonight.
Yeah, Duke's just making it a habit of making really good teams look second class when they play them. Duke came out here with a game plan. They were going to blow up pick and rolls. They were going to always switch or keep a body in front of Sears. They weren't going to let anything at the rim, and they were going to run guys off the three-point line. All of that happened tonight. I mean, this became a very anemic Bama offense. Credit this Duke defense tonight.
So with 1:26 left to go, Duke's got the basketball out of the timeout. Duke doesn't have any left. They probably will not need one with a 17-point lead. and 86 seconds left to play. Alabama's not rolling over. They're not giving up. Guarding the inbound. Ball comes in. Knippel's got it. They'll defend him. Double team coming. He throws away from it. They've done a great job of playing keep away. Flag thrown to the far corner. Now Knippel's got it back again. Driving into the lane. Jump stop, throw back, Proctor three. And there's your exclamation point. A three-pointer for Tyrese Proctor. 1:03 to go. It's a 20-point Duke lead. Sears driving, wraparound pass, and a two-fisted dunk for Grant Nelson for Alabama. 55 seconds left to go. And off the inbound, a foul. In an 18-point game, they foul Knippel. He's going to walk all the way back down the other end. And one of the best free throw shooters in America is going to shoot two. It was this day last year when Duke beat the number 1 seed Houston in the regional semifinal in Dallas by a 54-51 score. That advanced them to the Elite Eight. They were one step from the Final Four. To get there, they had to beat the team from their conference. And North Carolina State, which had a charmed tournament last year, you and I saw the beginning of it in Pittsburgh last year, moved on, beat Duke, and advanced to the Final Four.
Certainly, I don't want to say motivated this Duke team because every year the motivation is championships. Expectation this year may have been even higher than normal for Duke because of the arrival of Cooper Flagg and the freshmen around him, and they always have great freshmen. When you have a generational talent like Cooper Flagg, comes an even greater expectation, but this group seems unbothered by all that. Keeps everything about the locker room and the team and the mission in front of them. It was Alabama here to get to the Final Four, and they dismantled this Alabama team in every category, every vertical of the game.
First one for Knippel is good. Had a big game tonight. He had 20 here on Thursday. He's got 20 here again tonight. Second free throw is on the way, and it's good. 85-65. 53 seconds left to go. Alabama racing into the forecourt with the basketball. They had high hopes for the rest of this season, and they don't want it to end. Wild three-pointer from Chris Youngblood is no good. They're still not calling off the Dogs. Flag into the forecourt, has a double team on him. Doesn't have a timeout to use. Cuts the defenders in two and passes off to the big man, Maluach, and now back over to Knippel, who holds the ball on his hip. Folks wearing blue are standing in the crowd here in Newark. Knippel dribbling clock away. Shot clock winding down. Knippel shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Maluach has it. He's not shooting it. They're shoveling it back outside. Duke will dribble the clock away. 4 seconds left to go. Proctor lets out a yell, and so does the Duke crowd. In just the third year after Coach K, Duke is returning to basketball's biggest stage. He won an NCAA title as a player. He won an NCAA title as an assistant. And now John Shire is bringing this Duke team to the Final Four as the head coach. 85-65, the final here in Newark. Duke advances to the Final Four.
Complete dominance from this Duke team. A couple moments where Alabama threatened, but this group stayed focused, stayed cerebral, and very disciplined, very deliberate in what they were doing. Stayed the task for 40 minutes. Was not Cooper Flagg and the rest. It hasn't been all year. Yes, he's an incredible talent, but all these guys played a role. And at times, different guys taking over the game to propel them to San Antonio. This is arguably the best team in the country. They've earned their rightful spot as one of the Final Four teams.
Lots of hugs. but a business-like approach from this Duke team as they get their championship T-shirts and championship caps. They are going to the Final Four, 85-65, the final score in this one. And congratulations to go all around. We are joined by Cooper Flagg, who got himself to the Final Four in his freshman year, along with the teammates who played a near-perfect game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In terms of what you guys did defensively, is that what set the tone early on?
I think so. I mean, something that we kind of pride ourselves preparing for this game was Duke defense. Something we've done all year long is just stick to what we do, play Duke defense, and that's what it looks like.
Cooper, when you commit to Duke, you come here to play for national championships. You're 2 games away. You're going to the Final Four. As a young kid, I imagine it's something you dream of. How does it feel right now?
Absolutely. I mean, this is the dream for all of us on the team. I mean, this is the moments that you dream about as a little kid. So, I mean, it's just a real feeling. I know moving on to San Antonio has been our goal all year long. So, just so incredibly blessed to be here.
You guys do an amazing job of playing